Well, hello, family. Hello. Are we here? Is everyone here? We are live once again this evening, people. And this is your girl, Ejewa, presenting to you live the Woke Africa show right from Accra, Ghana. Welcome. We have a very special, guest for today. Okay. Hey, Jeena.
Hi, Ajua. How are you?
I'm very well. Hey, how are you, Queen?
I'm fine. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Perfect.
We're still waiting for our guests to come, our viewers to come on board. As I see, we already have two people. Hey, welcome. This is the Woke Africa show, and this is your girl, Ejewa. A special shout out to all the African superstar fans that will be joining us tonight. It's promising to be entertaining, it's promising to be revealing tonight because we have one of our own, Jeena Effoe, the one and only African superstar on our
That's
screens
right.
once again.
What's
And
up,
I
family?
remember, yeah, what's up, guys? So I just want to send out shouts to all her fans. I would also like to say a quick thank you to our Patreons for the support. You help us bring you these shows, and we are eternally grateful. Please hit the like button if you're just coming in, and get ready for today. So, welcome to the woke panelists. Thank you, guys. The African Links Diaspora WhatsApp channel and Telegram channels. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much. Also to the cast page for the Woke Africa Entertainment. Thank you so much, guys. All right, so welcome, Jeena.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Thank you so much for having me, Ajua. I have to thank you. I'm kind of dealing with a situation that we're going to talk about tonight. So I appreciate Ajua. I put kind of an SOS out to all of my YouTube family to assist me with this issue. And Ajua was the first person to reply and say, yeah, let's go ahead and collab and so on and so forth. So I want to definitely thank you. Medase Medakupa.
A warm welcome. We are a family, and what family do for each other is to kind of like, rush in and help. So it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure because I know you would do it for me in a heartbeat. And that's what keeps us together. Yeah, that's what keeps the bond. So welcome once again. And, I just want to say that courage, that's the first word that I want to begin with, courage. And the reason why I want to begin with courage is that it takes a lot of grit to, I'm sure those who are YouTubers here would understand the kind of work that goes into starting a YouTube channel. And for whatever reason, if things like this happen, it breaks something within you. A lot of people don't even come back from this. So I want to say that I find you to be a very courageous woman, a very strong person who doesn't allow things to easily break them. And the fact that you're willing to talk about this whole situation, I am so proud of you for that. And so I hope that, we are all going to come together and help uplift you so this doesn't take anything from you, So welcome once again. Yeah. So how have you been?
I'm doing great, considering I'm doing great. What can I say? I think certainly the journey that we're on, certainly the journey that I'm on, the things that I'm experiencing are normal parts of being a pioneer and the normal parts of, you know, relentlessly and unapologetically trying to inform my people of what's going on. It does make you a target, you know. We will suffer the hardship. We will suffer, you know, punishments of sorts and setbacks because basically society wants us to conform. And, you know, big shout outs. I see several people in the chat room from the African Superstar family. So if you guys are unaware, my channel, my platform of over 11,000 subscribers was shut down a few days ago. I do have a backup channel, so I would welcome everybody who sees this and all of the African Superstar family members that are looking for me to go ahead and go over to my new platform, which is under the African Superstar Black. I did put the link in there, but I'm not a moderator on this channel. So if the moderators can retrieve that and put that in, it would be very helpful. So obviously, like you said, I mean, it is very disappointing, you know, but I refuse to let it be a fatal blow. I kind of prepared for this scenario a little while back when I set up this backup channel. And big shout outs to all my audience that were proactive in joining the channel. You know, I understand that Wodamaya kind of made a shout out yesterday and sent some of his viewers over to me. Big shout outs to Wodamaya. Big shout outs to Dynas Tamir. He also reached out. Shout outs to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Certainly last but not least, Ajua, the blind guy, his life, their wife. So many of my, you know, YouTube community reached out and said, hey, African Superstar, what can we do? And, you know, and gratefully they're also sharing my platforms to talk about this. So I had kind of a fiery live stream on my channel a few days ago. Where I talked about.
I was about to come to that to ask you what brought it here. What kind of fire was it? You know, please go ahead.
I had a fiery discussion about, you know, basically members of the diaspora and being nonchalant about the environments that we're in and that we're constantly surrounded by our enemies, and never to mistake their interactions with us as, you know, ceasefires, because they're always seeking to destabilize us and find out our innermost precious secrets and things like that. I mean, it's historical. So this live stream got reported. They reported me for breaking community guidelines, and they took down my channel. You know, I had, and I think the timing was really convenient. I had just done an interview with BET 2 weeks ahead of that. And obviously, you know, I was Onako. I was really happy with the direction of how my channel was going. You know, over 11K was pretty happy. So, you know, these things happen, and I have received a lot of feedback from my audience. People have been looking for me on Facebook and Instagram, and they're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Are you okay? I just want to, you know, reinforce with you guys, I'm perfectly fine. I'm grateful to have my life. You know, many truth tellers, that's the commodity that they lose. Whenever you have life, you can come back from any defeat. You can come back from any obstacle, and you carry on. And that's what we're here to do. You know, my position here on YouTube is to provide resources for my people. You know, I'm pretty much enacting my personal plan. I've been successful in doing that, but I believe the resource is critical. You know, it can be the determinant between someone wasting years of their time and their life and being misguided, and that person having the information needed and being able to execute the plan. So I have already, you know, begun to build my new platform. Like I said, it's under the African Superstar Black. And, you know, I have been able to retrieve just a handful of my videos. I had over 1,000 videos. Obviously, I couldn't store all those videos. I had been on YouTube over 7 years. So there's quite a lot of content that was lost, but I'm here. I'm not dead. I'm alive. I have the capability to create new content and grow a larger channel. And that's what I want to appeal to the audience to do, is to help me reach a new collective goal of 25K by my birthday, which is June 26th. So we have, 2.5 months to do it. I want to send a strong message to the people who are trying to silence, me and us, and this message that we can rejuvenate. They can cut the branch, but the root is strong. And I do believe that there's so many of our people that, back me up and love the kind of content that they have received from me over the years, and so on and so forth. So, I'm going to be making my circuits on all of my friends' platforms to try to reach, all of my viewers, or a lot of my viewers that are unaware of what is happening. So that's basically in a nutshell what happened, Ajua.
Yeah. And today, was it today or yesterday? I think it was today. I was actually watching a video that Dr. Mumbi uploaded, and the title of it was "How do you know you are a chosen one?" And the things that she talked about resonated so well with me, because one thing that stood out from what she was saying was that if you are a chosen one, there are certain common traits that you find among such people. You go through hard times. Okay? You go through hard times. And these hard times, as she said, and what I understood by those hard times is they're supposed to let you not get comfortable. They're supposed to okay, because that is the only way you know that your passion means something. That is the only way you know that it is inbuilt within you to become this person. And it's also because of the duty that you owe to your people, the duty that you owe to your people for the calling that has been put in you. So when she said that, it kind of resonated so well with me, and it kind of like encouraged me to, keep doing the things that I am doing. So that is like what I believe a lot of people viewing us right now like feeling within. And I want to ask you, so what we didn't get the opportunity, well, not all of us got the opportunity to see the live session. So what do you think was the most critical point that might have not sat so well with your followers to warrant such a harsh kind of response?
Well, I would say, Ajua, as someone who grew up in America, I'm very well aware of the sentiment of penalties for disobedience. That's something that I think Black Americans are very, very well accustomed to. And basically, when you get out of line, when you go beyond the parameters that they have preset for you, then they want to punish you, and they want to punish you in a way that demonstrates to other people not to follow in your footsteps, because the cost is high. We look at so many prominent Black leaders from America, and either they were assassinated, they were imprisoned, they faced defamation of character, even down to the plantation people. The strongest male that everybody looked up to would be the one that the slave master sodomized in front of his community. So this is very much a normal, reprimand that they do, and I think in my case, it's probably just a long time coming. I mean, I made a mistake as well. I realized that my channel was being targeted. I, had received several strikes within, I'd say, a 2-month period. And like I said, I've had my channel for 7 years without any issues. And at that time, I probably should have just withdrawn completely from YouTube until things were cleared off of my channel, because I could tell, these videos that were reported were videos that have been up for years, which meant people kind of combing through my channel looking for what
Oh,
to do. And
yeah.
yeah, so basically, you know, I was on 2 strikes. One of my strikes was due to fall off this week. And, you know, conveniently, you know, I got one last week. So I mean, we can definitely speculate. I don't believe in it being a coincidence. I don't believe in it being a coincidence. There's a lot of larger YouTube platforms here that are completely inappropriate, that are vulgar, that are vile, that are not family friendly, that are hateful, the racist, and those continue to thrive without any, you know, reprimands. My small channel of 11K, uh, you know, was definitely garnering attention. And I think, like I mentioned, I had my interview with BET, which was massive. It was a video. I had posted a clip of, you know, the portion of my interview on BET on my channel, and it was picking up. So you know, it to me, it was definitely a warning shot. You know, hey, we have you on the radar, and we're going to try to prevent you or slow you down. And so I have chosen, you know, I chose before I even started this path because I knew what was on this path. But I chose that I'm going to go forward and do what has been gifted on my life to do, you know, and whatever comes with that, so much, so be it, because there's no other way for me to live. You know, there's no way for me to sit in the middle of my people's misfortune. And, you know, I'm doing great as an individual, or maybe my family is doing well. And then I see my people just helpless. And I just choose to, you know, not be part of the direction towards progress. You know, I can't do that. So I'm going to have to take it as it comes, you know. And
Yeah.
I have been in the work environment. This has happened to me multiple times. You know, I have been sacked from my job. I mean, you know, for instance, last year I got sacked from my job for my channel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, and that was meant to make me shut up. That was meant to punish me. And I chose, okay, you know what? I'm going to turn this around and make this an opportunity to pivot. Now that I'm here on the continent, you know, I have to do it again. And that's what I'm going to do. That is absolutely what I'm going to do, because that is what I have decided to do. And my example, it means so much to my people, because it says that no matter what happens, I mean, I've had so much crazy stuff happen in my life. Um, and none of those things have hindered me, but they haven't hindered me because I haven't allowed them to. I haven't chosen to let them hinder me. So yeah, I'm going to come back. I'm going to bounce back. I'm going to make a new channel. You know, I'm going to accomplish the things I set out to do here on YouTube. And that is be a resource and be a beacon of hope and an inspiration to my people. And that's what, you know, that's what I'm going to do. They can't stop me, you know, as long as I'm
No.
here. They
Yeah.
can't stop me.
You
So,
know, and you know, I'm just listening to you right now, and it's kind of clarifying things for me, because I think about a month ago or so, I got a message, and it says, you have received a strike on your channel, and that was the very first time. And so I go back and I try to find out what video, and apparently it was the year of return videos. A Ghanaian
really?
YouTube, yeah, a Ghanaian YouTuber had reported me to YouTube saying that I used his material, like not all of it, part of the video, a tiny part of the video was his material. So he reported me and made sure I got a strike for it. And he was like coming for me, you know? He was trying to
Wow.
get me into a banter, and I'm like, my energy is way higher than that, you know. And that they will, it's our people they use, you know. And so it kind of like, I just said this for you to know you're not alone in this, okay? And
Yes.
every single YouTuber who have the message that we have should realize that you are trying to do what other people have lost their lives for.
Exactly.
So there's gonna be stumbling blocks in the way, you know.
I mean, it's part of it, you know. It's part of it.
it is. It
It's
is.
part of it.
And you know, the I feel like the most difficult part is the kind of the time you put in, the research you put into what you do, the like the sheer passion that you put in is what makes it so hard to hear things like this. So let me ask you, Jeena, what was the hardest part of this for you?
The hardest part obviously is just all the lost content. You know, I had my YouTube channel was a memory box for me. I had travels all over the continent that I had placed videos, such as my travel videos from Kenya, from Nigeria, Tanzania, South Africa, and of course, so many videos in Ghana. My collaborations that I did with so many people, you know, Love on the Continent, all kind of stuff. So, I lost all those memories and all that time, time of making videos, and and there were videos that I would watch on the regular, I would go back and replay those. And now I don't have any of that, so it's unfortunate, but I try to always look forward. That's just part of my mentality in general, because there's nothing that we can ever do to address the past. And so what I'm looking to do now is like, okay, you know what, let me try to innovate the way forward and kind of reinvent myself. To be honest, I had gotten quite, I was laid back. I was chilling. I was in a comfortable lead. I didn't have to struggle the way I did when I was trying to initially grow the channel. And this, again, like you said, it woke me up. I'm very competitive when it comes to people trying to stop me. That is one of the biggest things that would drive me. So I instantly, woke up and I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's figure out how we can come back strong. And, I began doing that. And I was grateful. I already kind of had the insight to create the backup channel. So I did create the channel back in January, and I did urge many of my viewers to come over. Only a fraction of them did. Shame on the African Superstar family that I was telling y'all to do it. So I told them ahead of time, like, hey guys, get on the backup channel. If anything goes on, this is what it's here for. But unfortunately, I didn't get an opportunity to get all my, my viral videos and all that stuff from my other channel. Yeah. So, but I think.
So I do you have? Okay. No, please.
I don't think I need to look at myself as like an artifact. I'm still a living person. The content that I created, I am able to create it again because those are part of my perspectives, and
you're the source.
Exactly. So, like I said, you can cut branches off all you want, but they grow back. As long as the root is still there and the root is still flourishing, the tree trunk is still there, then you can rejuvenate, and every season it grows back. So that's just how I choose to look at it.
Yeah. So I wanna ask you, what is the focus? Because now we know that you've started a backup channel. That's the African Superstar Black. And guys, please head on over to the African Superstar Black and subscribe, because there are just so many of the chosen ones who are willing to put everything on the line to come and be a source of encouragement. So let's encourage back. Go over to Africa Superstar Black and subscribe and show solidarity. and let's move forward. But I just wanted to ask, so what is the future for love on the continent? Because people were beginning to follow that aspect of your
Yes,
so
yes, I know.
what is the plan?
Love on the continent was was definitely on the upward track. Unfortunately, I have definitely disclosed this on my previous channel, but Fifi moved to the UK. Fifi moved to the UK. That is where he currently is. And so
Okay.
therefore, as it stands, we are apart, and that's how it is. So, I don't actually know. It's not like a scripted reality show. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I tell you what, I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter in any sense of the word. I'm going to keep on persisting to obtain my level on the continent. If it's with, Mr. Fifi, so be it. If it's not, but one of the things that came down to it was where we're going to be. Obviously, he's just moved there. He wants to get himself established. This is something that was, in motion before we even met. It was something that he and his family had already been pursuing before I came on the scene. He unfortunately will have to go through some things abroad to get a better perspective of what it's really like. A lot of people here on the continent, and this certainly, Ajua, their perspective of outside, it's really difficult to convince them otherwise, so he's going to have to walk that path. But I have chosen to be here in Ghana, and I love Ghana. I love Africa. And if I have to choose, then I've made my choice to remain here on the continent and continue to pursue my future here. So, just keep us uplifted in your thoughts. I definitely deeply care about Mr. Fifi. I wish him absolutely nothing but the best. I did visit with him on my last visit to the UK. I was there a few weeks ago. And, we hope for the best. I mean, I understand this part of our life is such a complex thing. You have people from the diaspora coming back to the continent and trying to understand and integrate with the locals. And, we are coming, we're coming with different mentalities. And sometimes those things they're not smooth. Sometimes they clash and things like that. And it's going to take some time before we can blend together. But this is all SMP. I see my family members shouting it out in the chat room. That is our mission statement for the African Superstar: strategy, maturity, and patience. Strategy, maturity, and patience will help you with the transition here on the continent because you're already anticipating. The same way I anticipated them threatening my channel. I anticipated some cultural differences here on the continent. I anticipated the mentality of many continental Africans. So it didn't shock me. It was disappointing, obviously. But, so for now, love on the continent is suspended, until further notice, because it's not a reality show. It's my real life. So there's no context right now. And I would only want to continue it with someone that I have a serious relationship with. I don't want to just be changing guys every 5 minutes on my show. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, it's true. Sometimes you wouldn't even want to take a guy home that you yourself cannot call your own. So I can definitely understand. And I understand what you're saying. Like, I have the same concerns. Okay, by the time I started having my awakening, I was living abroad. I wasn't living in Ghana, So I kind of like understand people who haven't gone into their awakening and they feel like the way out is to leave the continent. But, awakening is a journey that I think is very personal for every individual. And at what level you get to determines your perspective about life and everything, in it. So I'm also praying, with you for our beloved brother, and we are hoping that very soon, nature, herself will reveal herself to him,
Yeah,
and he will come to
we hope.
understand.
We hope. We
Yeah,
hope.
we hope. We hope.
I can't
We hope.
say, I can't say anything negative about
No.
the experiences that I've had with gentlemen from, from Ghana, more specifically. Fifi is definitely, quite the catch, quite a great guy, et cetera, et cetera. Prior to him, I dated Joseph Mayer, also a gentleman, a catch, So it's unfortunate when these things don't work out. But I think our focal point has to be on implementing the infrastructure that will make these things better in the future, and coming to the reality that sometimes, we might be casualties of this situation, because what it has to do with is the way that we are brought up from the West and the way people are brought up from here on the continent. And they're not synonymous. They're not synonymous. So when someone comes from the West and comes to Africa, it's not like they can just, the first person they meet is going to be on the same page. A lot of times when they come here, it's going to be like, oh, what are you doing here? I can't believe it. I want to go abroad. And it's just like, okay, we're going different directions. That's not really productive. Versus when you come here and perhaps you connect with somebody, it's like, oh man, I'm trying to do this and that here in Ghana. Now we can team up and make our life happen here on the continent. That's something that's not occurring often. So we need to figure out how to bridge that gap. People in the diaspora need to understand more about the continent, and people here on the continent need to understand more about the diaspora. And that way we can be able to, because we're wasting a lot of time in the middle. You see, while we're not communicating well, we're wasting time where we should be coming together and being able to fortify, relationships and families and friendships and business. And, we're wasting time with that. So we need to perfect that. We need to refine that and figure out, okay, how do we communicate this so that, people here on the continent, Ajua, here, people are raised to go abroad. They can't wait to go abroad when they grow up.
It's just, it's like the ultimate, the ultimate.
Exactly.
The ultimate.
And that's crazy because they don't know what they're going to face. And it also teaches them to negate any potential opportunities right in front of their eyes. They're not even going to recognize it because their vision is leading them outside of their homeland. And so we've got to figure that out. Had I come in contact with Fifi and he said, you know what, I'm not going to travel out there because, we can do something here, or I can do something here, or, we can work together to achieve this, the rest will be history. Definitely the compatibility is there. Definitely the love is there. Definitely, the qualities that I was looking for was there. But, and I understand them. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you're stupid. Why would you do so? I get it.
No.
If you're a man and you want to open doors for your family and you see the West as a potential way to get it and you're willing to go get it, then so be it. That's the mindset of so many of our people. So, it is what it is.
And family, I'd like to remind you that Jeena is the sole author for Black Love or Stay Single. So if you want to know what that is about, you should go to the africansuperstar.com to check out her merchandise that is dedicated to Black love. Okay, she wouldn't have it any other way, and that is self-belief. Absolutely. Self-love. So please go over there and check it out. But before we continue, Jeena, I'd like to read some of the comments from our viewers. So True African Stand-Up says, first one here, apparently she's really happy. So much love to Skin Deep. So African Superstar Black says, hashtag the African Superstar.
I'm in
family,
the
if you're an
building.
African, yes, she's in the building, and you can go over to the African Superstar Black to subscribe and help her keep fulfilling her life, her destiny, to be one of our, heroes. Kenyatta says Ubuntu. Iman says, hey family, hey Iman. Felicia Boama, hey sister, we see you. Brother Talib is in the house. Hey, Brother Talib. He says, greetings, Sister Ijewa, and your honored guest, Her Excellency, Queen Yao.
Thank you. That's
Great.
what a greeting. What a greeting.
What a greeting.
What a greeting.
The love is still strong. The love is still strong. He says to Ejewa and Your Majesty in excellence, the African superstar.
Thank you.
The love right back. The love right back. Okay, so that's Ejewa saying hit the like button, and let's go to Jerome. Jerome says,
Hi,
hey,
Jerome.
Jeena. So nice to see you.
I'm so happy to see the family. I'm like, I've missed so many of you guys. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I want to tell everybody, and I just know some people, they're just looking like, where's the channel? I've gotten so many emails and DMs already, like, hey, what happened? I was watching half a video. I went back and the channel was gone. So thank you, Ajua, for sharing your platform to try to inform our viewers,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, Kylie. Say hi to everyone.
Mommy, I want to eat.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, she wants to eat.
Go to Uncle Kojo, okay? Uncle Kojo has it. I've given him money. He's go to the car. Okay. Yeah. He's gone. Okay, go to Auntie Esther. Giving him money. Okay.
I'm already there.
Okay.
So should I go to Daddy?
Yes.
Daddy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. My boss just popped up.
Yeah.
So. Kylie, please close the door. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So if I don't attend to her, we're never ever having our show. Okay. So yeah. So let's keep going. Itege Nesta Selassie. I'm sorry. I hope I said your name well. Blessings, African superstar. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Frank says, greetings, family. Greetings, family.
Hi,
yes, Skin Deep is here.
Mommy,
I know. Okay, go and tell ya. Go and tell ya.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so go to
I'm going to point
Auntie Linda and take where you want from her. I'll send you. I'll give you the money later. Thank you. Close the door, please. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so yeah, and then let's go. Calling on my aunt. Calling on my aunt. Shalom. Shalom, sister. Thank you so much. Great to see you. It's been ages. Thank you. And then so we keep going, and then she says that I have not forgotten you. I have been watching. Thank you. Yes. So much love. So much love to you. Task that says love right back to you. And then Jerome says, Jeena, please create a backup website where you can post your videos independently from YouTube. Yes. You must assume that they will attack you again. Yes. It's so sad reading that comment, but that is
it is, true. And I made a critical error. I should have. I spoke to I got a long phone call yesterday from O'Shea, and just to any perspective, YouTubers that are out there that might be facing this situation. He said at a point he had gotten a few strikes on his channel, and he just completely went mute on his channel. For the time until one of the strikes fell off. So I believe they're active for either 60 or 90 days. And, that's a way to kind of eliminate, maybe getting additional strikes when you're in that vulnerable period. And that's what I should have done. I mean, I definitely pulled back from regular content. I was posting just maybe a few times a week as opposed to every day. But, the last live stream, You know, they got me. So that's you know, if you find yourself in that situation, you might just want to step back from YouTube. Obviously, Jerome, I do have some of my videos on Black Junction TV, but you know, the lion's share was definitely here on YouTube. So thank you for that advice. I am preparing, you know, for these type of incidents in the future. So thank you, brother, and it's good to see you. And I hope you go over to the new channel, Jerome. Please.
Definitely, definitely. I'm sure Jerome is already on there. That is support.
Yeah.
And you know, I must really say, I really thank everyone who tuned in to, in this live, because when it happens to one of us, it happens to all of us.
That's
Because
right.
if we want to keep up our collective consciousness, keeping up the collective consciousness is what will win. Okay, in Akan, there is an adage that says that if you have a broom bunch, or a bunch of broom.
You got to say the tree first, okay? You got to say the tree first, then explain
it. Yeah. Okay, so prior we back one and so it means that when you have a bunch of broomsticks, okay, when they're together, it's difficult to break. It's really hard to break when a bunch of broomsticks are together. But if you take just one stick out of the bunch, it's so easy to break. It is so easy to break.
True.
And so that is what we must do, you know. And as you know, even birds, animals, they fly in swamps to protect each other. Even in the oceans, and fishes swim in you know, I don't know how you call fishes, herd or swamp.
They call it a school of fish. A school of fish.
Okay, a school. Yep. So they swim in schools to protect one another. And I think in this situation, that is what we must do. Guys, go over to African Superstar Black and you know, subscribe from there and support. Keep the support coming. I'm gonna take a few comments and then I'm gonna ask Jeena more questions. So don't go yet. Okay. Okay. I see there's some codes popping up. Okay, so Knowledge
that's
Seeker
the African
says,
Superstar family. They are there.
Yes. Knowledge Seeker says, I think ABB2Me TV is the platform where your content needs to be on it. It's Black owned and created for these particular reasons. Yeah, I think I'm also considering a second channel at ABB2Me TV, and then, you know, growing the channel over there. I'm currently having to deal with the fact that, you know, I'd have to pay specific amount of money for you know, a specific amount of space to put your, you know, your work there. But I mean, I understand, because, you know, this is an effort by someone who is trying to salvage this kind of situation, and it's not easy. It can't be easy on his pocket alone. So I don't find any problem at all having to pay something and moving on to that platform. But I need to prepare myself for the purposes of longevity, because you don't want to go on there 1 month and the following month you're not able to pay, and then your content is not going. So for me personally, I'm preparing myself to be able to sign up for a year where I can have my content up there for, like, you know, whenever I, you know, needed it, or to avoid such situations. So what do you think about ABB2Me TV, Jeena?
I haven't really looked into it, you know, in depth. Because I had already signed up with, and I'm paying over at the Black Junction TV. I think it's like $10 a month for, you have to, you can get certain amount of free space, and beyond that you have to pay, and it's $10 a month. So I'm currently, you know, a subscriber on that platform, and I have some of my videos there. So, you know, that's I think that'll probably be my backup one. I can look into a ABB2Me option as well and see, but you know. You know, it's something I think we kind of got to go along with. You know, we're all trying to navigate this chapter, and as we see that we are not getting access to freedom of speech, you know, it's just one of those things. YouTube has a massive audience, you know, and a lot of people are here. So, you know, I think a lot of people kind of use it to springboard, and then maybe they can move their operation to other websites and say, hey, come and follow me here and there. But when you're really trying to cultivate your audience, it's kind of a necessary evil, really. So I don't know. We move, you know, we try to figure it out. I don't have all the answers.
We move,
we move, you know, just get up and keep going. Just keep trying, you know?
Yeah, we move. I like that. I like that spirit. Iman says, yes, that is very common. That is power and love from Iman to you. Michael, hi, Michael. That is a personal friend of mine. Thank you so much for joining in. Fantastic discussion. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for that feedback. Please go over to the African Superstar Black and subscribe to her channel to support. Felicia says, hi, Jeena.
Hi, sweetie. Good to see you.
Massive support from the family. Felicia says, thanks for all your help today, AJ. Love you. Oh, love you right back. Love you right back.
She answered the call quick, fast. I said, I put on my WhatsApp status. I said, I'm going to find out who my real YouTube friends are. And I was the first one to say, hey, what can we do? You know, let's set up a show. And I just, you know, I'll never forget that. I really appreciate this support. But, you know, I'm really fortunate because I think a lot of people that I do associate with, you guys are genuine. And I've known that even before a situation like this was to arise. You know, Ajua, she's been down for me since the day, you know, even before we met. You know, she followed me, and once we met, we became good friends, and she's just been a constant, and I love her and very much thank her for that. So it's good because I see a lot of our mutual viewers are here, so they're like, oh, they're getting the information, and that's the main thing. Using our platforms with power, you know, it's a means of communication among our people, and you know, you're doing the work. I'm doing the work. We're doing the work. So yes, excellent.
Yeah, and you know, there's the reason why I'm so big on doing my best to actually help glue this together in any way I can. If it means helping a sister, if it means helping a brother, if it means asking for this help from, is because the collective consciousness is like a net. Okay, it's like a network. It has to be functioning at a high frequency, and if we understand that the collective rise of our people, it requires certain strong key points in the collective you know, consciousness, the collective awakening, the collective conscious attentive minds, to be able to help tilt the balance of what our people have faced. So you know, all of us who are doing this, helping with the awakening, guiding the journey of our people to the destination of realizing who they are, it is so important. Every tiny aspect of what anyone can do is so important. So it's important that we don't downplay the commitment and the effort anybody puts into this, because I might be a good orator, which I know I'm not, but somebody else might be a good unifier. Somebody might be a support backbone. Somebody, different skills, and it comes together. It's like a spider, you know, web, a woven web that comes together to, you know, keep our collective consciousness at par, you know, with the highest frequency. So let us give really to our awakening, and by doing that, we're giving to each other. giving to each other. So I'm just gonna add this. So can one of the mods put my link in, please? Can you, Iman, if you're here, Felicia, can any of you get the link and put it in the chat box so that people can just click on to subscribe over to the African Superstar Black?
Yeah, you'll have to
Iman,
you'll have to add me back as a mod on your channel. Because
okay,
I'm putting the
all
link
right.
in, but it's not showing up. So
Sure,
when you get a
okay.
chance, probably after this show, you
Yeah.
can, you know, whenever.
After the show, I'll do that on YouTube because I think I can. We are on StreamYard now, but I think I can do that on YouTube. So
Yeah.
after the show, I'll go over there and add you so that you can put the link in the chat section. Okay, and then when you send it to me, I'll also put it in the description box after the show, so anyone who wants to be able to click on it can do that. Sure, I'll do that. So oh, Skinny, she loves you. Yeah, she does. She's a sweetie pie. You know, she was on the show. Yes.
She's always been down for me. Yes, MD, where you? MD, that's what we're talking about today, honey.
Yeah.
Head on over to the African Superstar Black. It's my backup channel. I set it up a few months ago, and I was, you know, trying to remind y'all to do it. African Superstar family. So now, you know, that's the thing. You know, one of my favorite parables of the Bible, it says the wise man sees the danger ahead of him and prepares for it. You know, we have a blueprint of things that have happened to you know, others that have done similar things. And so we have to ready ourselves. You know, they are going to try to prevent us from having our own voice and, you know, definitely connecting with our people. And, you know, I'm just so delighted. You know, I'm here smiling, looking at Ajua, and this is why it's critical for us to have some, you know, uniformity, because I can reach out to her and then she is able to use her platform to assist me and vice versa. And this is why we need to, you know, come together, because it's so powerful. Just imagine if I had, you know, neglected everybody on YouTube. Okay, so now I'm in a situation where my channel came down and I can't call Ajua because, hey, when she want to collab, she needs this, that. I said, nope, I'm not interested, you see. Or I just snubbed a lot of people. They're not going to want to help me, you know. No. But because we've built great relationships, all it requires me is, you know, kind of reaching out and saying, hey guys, I need your help, I need this, that, and they're there for you. You know, that's why we need to fortify these relationships. It's so important. It's a powerful tool, you know, because they, like she said, they might be able to affect one person, but they can't affect dozens or hundreds or thousands. You know, there's a lot of us here on YouTube right now. Are they going to shut down all of our platforms? You know, so it's great. I'm just so happy to be a part of this. I'm so you know, encouraged by this conversation that we're having today. So thank you so much.
That was the purpose. Okay, that was the purpose, to encourage you to keep the frequency higher. Okay, because we can't afford anything else. We can't afford anything else. And I think that this is an opportunity for all of us to know that we are stronger united. We are stronger united than divided. Okay, if you are hiding on people's platforms and you're reporting their work just because you don't agree with what they're talking about, what will happen to you by the time you wake up? Who is going to be there to guide you to your destination of your awakening? You may not agree with a person now, but talk to your inner self. Talk to your inner self. Maybe your inner voice can save you from doing something that you would regret. You know, vindictiveness doesn't pay. Vindictiveness doesn't pay. You go to people's channel and you report them. Do you know how many souls, how many intellects, how many suffering people depend on such voices to be able to wake up every day and go about their duties? Do you know the number of hearts that this person touches every day to keep them afloat and keep them at bay? Let us support one another because our collective consciousness can be powerful and can be strong if the light is shining through and through everywhere. So let's keep that in mind. Okay. So Jeena, I just want to ask you, do you think you have received enough support from our community? I mean, I'm not talking about the usual people who would, come to you, but do you think you're receiving enough support since this? Have enough people heard what has happened to you?
I don't think, obviously it just happened a couple days ago. I've been just using my Facebook and my, YouTube channel and my WhatsApp. Obviously, I think the word will spread, and in the coming weeks or whatever, when people are looking for my channel and they're not able to find it, then they will reach out or maybe do some more investigation. I definitely think I have received some some support from my peers and my viewers and things like that. But in all honesty, I really was already mentally prepared for things like this, so it didn't really it wasn't devastating to me,
Yeah.
because I'm like this, one of my really good friends, big shout out to my homie Taiwo. She reached out to me and she said, they took Farrakhan off YouTube, they took Rizza Islam. These are big guys, you know what I'm saying? Farrakhan is massive. Rizza Islam is, another one of our Muslim brothers that has really great content. She was like, you're kind of like a legend. And I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right.
Yeah.
So we had a good laugh about it. We had a good laugh about it. And I'm going forward. I mean, we know what happened, for instance, to Magafuli, a couple weeks ago. I mean, he took he paid the ultimate price for resisting to bow down to, these Western nations and things like that. I mean, these things are not a coincidence. These are not coincidences that are happening. So I don't see what happened to me as a coincidence, but I don't see it as a massive problem. I just see it as, okay, you're visible. People are concerned about your message, and they're now starting the battle. So what are you going to do with that? And obviously I'm not backing down.
Yeah.
I'm back like I never left. I'm going forward.
We move. That's
know, that's the attitude here in Ghana. It's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. We move.
Yeah.
We move.
I'd like to say a big shout out to you, Sister Felicia. I see you talking about Ijewa. Thanks for all the help. How about I thank you for all the help? She's been an amazing sister. She's moved to Ghana and she is fitting in without complaints, and she amazes me. She's been struggling a little bit with the food, Jeena. Maybe you can say that, about it. She's not been eating quite well. And I found myself, worried, over what is she going to eat. And I believe she's really toughening it out. And I love that about her. I also like to thank Iman. Iman, you're my soul sister and you know it. You know that you've been through this with me, from day one. You said, she said, hey, sister, and she never changed it until she added soul sister.
She's a good girl. All of the ladies that are here, excellent, wonderful, many people, members of my platform, excellent, solid people. I actually I just texted Skin Deep and I made her aware. I sent her the link, probably like an hour ago. I said, hey, you know, and I told her to reach out to Iman because I don't have her number in my new phone. So, you know, and this is the network. You know, if you ever remember those old Verizon commercials, you know, and it's like the network and it's all these people. If we have these people at our disposal, it's so much easier to get the message through. And, you know, we're going to have haters. And that's the thing, like, we should never be deterred by our haters. We should never be deterred. It's natural. You know, it's natural for people to come and contest with you. It's natural for them to disagree with you. It's even natural for them to try to stop you. But you have full control over what you're going to do as an individual.
Right. That's right.
And you know, when you think that whatever you're doing in the world is valid, then it's not really for anybody else to approve. You know, and if someone has a problem with that, that's their problem, because they do have an option to, you know, especially here on YouTube. Nobody's forcing you to watch anybody's content that you don't like. You know, if you don't like someone, like Ajuwa said, if you don't agree with them, then you don't have to be a part of their platform or watch their content, you know. And it's not necessary for us to waste time trying to convince people that are not on the same wavelength. I mean, you know, like Ajuwa said, birds of a feather flock together. You know, fish swim in schools, okay? Be with like-minded people, not people that are contrary. It's going to be difficult for you. If I would have spent my entire platform, instead of focusing on my community, worried about everybody who disagrees with me, I'm in this situation. Who can I run to? I haven't built any relationships. I haven't built any alliances with anybody. The people that I regularly shout out, I can actually call them up and say, hey, look, you know, I need this. You know, even I heard yesterday, Walter Maya did a shout out for me and told his viewers to come to my channel. You see what I'm saying? That's amazing. So that's what it's all about. It's not about the people that aren't with you. It's about the people that are, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you know, you should be with your sister and your brothers that makes you want to sing, yo, sister, hey, sister, yo, sister. You know, that's and Iman knows this. So that's what makes it all worth it, you know? So Jeena, I just wanted to ask about, you know, the big question that I've been entertaining till now. B-E-T. B-E-T.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big.
B-E to the E to the T. That's is what I've been meaning to ask you, baby. So how did it happen?
Yeah, BET actually, the producers for that series, which is called the Breakdown series. If any of you guys are not aware of what we're talking about, I was actually featured on BET about 2 weeks ago. I'm on an episode about the Maroons, which talk about basically our ancestors that fought, you know, captivity. They fought the status quo, and you know, ultimately people like myself who were fighting again in that society and chose to come back home. So I was featured. The video is available on BET. It's also available on my new channel. But essentially, the producers for the show reached out to me on Instagram and asked if I would like to be a part of it. And I said, yeah. And they said, you know, we can give you some compensation for the video. So I was paid $500 to feature in that video. And, you know, yeah, so it's great. I was really honored and delighted. And actually, it went down and I wasn't even thinking it was a big deal. And then when it hit online, people were like, what? You're on BET? You know, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty dope, you know? So that's a little bit.
I'm looking for my teacup though. I need to see the receipts. You know? The receipts.
Exactly.
Wow.
Like, all the more reason I can't fade out. You know what I'm saying? I can't fade out. I'm like, yo, I was just on BET. Like, I'm moving up. I'm moving up in the world. You know, that's a huge. I was a kid watching BET, you know, growing up. And to be actually contacted by their producers and featured in their show you know, that's a great indication that I'm making progress, and you know, my message is getting out there. And it's also a testament to being appropriate and being family friendly, because a lot of people in media, they think to be the nastier, the most vulgar, the most explicit version is going to get attention. But I just go to show that you can be sophisticated and still get recognition, and that's how I choose to do it. So I was delighted at my segment. You know, my family is very proud. You know, even Mr. Fifi gave me compliments and things like that. So it was excellent. It was excellent.
It was excellent, and nobody needs to be told that it was. So like I'm still like, when I saw it, I okay, it took me a minute to actually think it was you, because like, woo, because it like, okay, so I was just super excited, and I just kept watching it over and over, and the way you represented the country, Ghana is really grateful. You're selling the continent, and you're selling Ghana in ways that people don't understand, you know, and we appreciate that, because it tells us the country is not without its faults, but it takes a real courageous person to kind of see the good in you, even though, you know, you're not perfect. And you know, I just want to say thank you. Keep up that fighting spirit. And let me take a few comments, yeah, because people are, you know, bringing the comments on, and let's hear what they have to say. Okay, so the backup channel is the African Superstar Black. Okay, the African Superstar Black. You can just check that out on Google. Sorry, on YouTube, and you're going to be able to subscribe to that. Okay, Skin Deep, we feel you. We feel you. Iman says thanks, Skin Deep. Yeah, grateful. I have Jerome says I have subscribed to your backup channel. That's amazing. Yay. That is amazing. Thank you so much.
He's such a nice man. He's such a nice man. Yeah. I love Jerome. He's such a nice man.
Wow. Jerome, thank you so much. And I hope, since you're such a nice man, I hope you have subscribed to the Woke Africa Show too, guys.
Of course he has.
Hit the subscription button down there. Mr. Talib says, sisters, your combination is like a fresh African bouquet. From the right.
My goodness.
He is an amazing person, sis. I've been with him on my live. We talked about when Illinois paid out some reparations, and we were on, and it was amazing. He's a well of knowledge, like experience, and he hits it right on the nail, and people love to listen to him. So thank you so much. But I didn't even finish the comment. It says like a fresh African bouquet from the Royal Garden. You both are highly admired and respected. Thank you so much. We love you right back. To me is Dr. Obadele Kambon's platform. Yes, that's smart, intelligent black man. You know,
yes,
I love him.
Yeah, he's great. She's too sweet. I'm telling you.
She's such an adorable person. She's
very, very sweet.
Thank you so much, Felicia. We love you right back. The man says, we are genuine, and Jeena attracts genuine people because she is real. Oh,
thank you so much, Iman. Y'all are too complimentary.
Yeah. They are raising the vibration. Okay, guys, it's taking everything within me to not scream at these kids, because they're trying to.
It's okay. You know, I think we should wrap up so you can go feed her, because we've been on a little while. So,
yeah. But I really want to read these comments, because okay, so what is DC talking about? He says, hi, African family. I had concerns when African superstar was forced or cajoled into paying homage to B1 on cold President. Okay, on cold
Yeah.
President Magufuli. She lives in a self-absorbed bubble, and okay. So why would you?
Yeah, I
Why would
mean,
you?
to respond, I was definitely not forced or cajoled into doing anything.
Thank you.
I've been B1, and that's how I've always been. I would tell you to look back through my channel, but the channel is gone. But
It's
yeah, I
gone.
mean, I gave a lot of homage, as they put it, to Magafuli, ongoing. I
I
have several of
watched.
his videos on my channel.
I watched it.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry that you feel that way, DC. I mean, how I live is working for me, and I believe in surrounding myself with people of like mind. So, that's it. So that's my response to DC.
Hmm. Felicia says I put the link on the
All
backup
right.
in the
Thank you
chat.
so much.
Sure, so
Thank you.
everyone can just hit it. Iman says I missed the link. Felicia, are you able to do it? Or any other modes? I'm sure that will be done. Okay, subscribe to backup. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so greetings.
Hi, Lauren.
Bye.
Lorny.
Bye.
Kindly go, please.
No, she's ready to wrap up. She's like, come on.
Yeah, I'm ready to wrap up. Okay, so YouTube shut it down unjustly, but African Superstar is a fighter. She will bounce back better than ever. Ife Odu says, what happened to her channel? Okay.
You say
So
you're a little late. Yeah, but YouTube shut down my channel a couple days ago. So please do go over to my new channel, the African Superstar Black. The link
yeah,
should also be in the chat for you. So yes, please come over.
yeah. So Iman says Jeena for BET. Congrats. Um, Simon Cornish says, no, your content is more relevant than ever.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Simon Cornish, never let them get you down. African superstar, big shout, sister.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Please subscribe to both of these sisters' channels.
Yes.
That is Simon. Thank you. Lorny says they can't stop you, African superstar.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Absolutely. So, guys, it's okay. So let me ask you one last thing.
All right.
Are you going to appeal?
I did try to appeal, and they said they're going to uphold it. I'm going to look in it a little bit further and see if I can get, I mean, a lot of this stuff is done by mechanism. So I appealed, and then, I think I kind of need to have an individual have a look at the situation. So we will see. I'll look into it a little bit further, but for now, I'm already moving on to the next step.
Yeah. Well, Jeena, I would just like to say, even at the time that I was responding to your, reaching out, I didn't know what had happened, because I just thought you wanted us to do a show to advise people who may have their YouTube channel deleted, because the listing. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, the listing I expected was for your channel to be deleted, and you just went on BET.
I know.
That was like, yeah. So I wasn't even expecting that to happen, and then when you said it happened to you, I was like, what? So I mean, what will happen will happen, but I know the ancestors. They're around, they're roaming, and they're going to turn this to your good. It's all going to come around, even to make you bigger. So receive our support with open heart.
Thank you.
Because we give it from love and from open heart, and we hope that this will encourage everyone to understand that this awakening can only survive if we're positive, if we're strong, and if we can keep our lights burning and shining for long. So we wish you all the best, Jeena,
Thank
in
you.
your future endeavors. And I'm coming over to subscribe. So you know,
Yes.
you have,
Thank
I'm
you.
sure anyone who watches this live after this will definitely go over and subscribe. Keep the fire burning, okay? Keep doing the
Thank
good
you.
work. Keep encouraging and strengthening our people. And I believe that, you know, the day of glory is just ahead. Okay. So
We
thank you
we
for
we,
your
we
time.
move. We move.
We move, we move, we move, we move. I like that. So thank you so much, guys. This is the
Thank
Woke
you.
Africa show. Yeah, and that is Jeena Effoe, the one and only African superstar black.
That's it.
That is what we're moving on to. And support, go to her website, theafricansuperstar.com, and check out her merchandise and put the business in the black community. Buy, purchase her products, the Black Love or Stay Single. It is, you
Thank
know,
you.
yeah, she's really put it on the map because I saw it on the BET video and it was
Yeah.
represented. So you can represent with it. Thank you so much. If you would like, consider supporting her channel on Patreon. You can kindly go forward and do that. The African Superstar Patreon, www.patreon.com/the African Superstar. You can definitely support her on Patreon, on PayPal, or on all other channels. Also consider supporting the Woke Africa show on Patreon.
Definitely.
And thank you so much. Stay powerful, stay blessed. I'd like to thank every single person that helped. Iman is the one that designed the flyer for the show. So I want to give.
Amon, you did brilliant. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
she did
That's
the
really
design.
excellent.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did the
thank
design,
you.
and the rest of the sisters shared it like nobody's business. So thank you all.
Excellent.
Yes, for the
Wow.
love and support. Yeah. Please
Yes.
hit the like button
Wow.
on your way out. And I believe, Jeena, this may not be the last time we come out in support.
Oh, definitely not.
Hopefully,
Definitely not.
yeah,
Definitely not.
in
Whenever,
future, if
whenever
there's
you need me, let me
definitely,
know, and we can work it
sure,
out.
sure. And when you need
Thank
me
you.
on your channel, I'll be available. I'll be there to
Definitely.
put in my 2 cents. Yes. Okay,
Thank you
guys. So
so
have
much.
a fantastic weekend. It's gonna be a long weekend, I know, because I'm sure
Yes.
Monday is gonna be a
Holiday
holiday.
weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So get together with the family and don't kill the love. Make sure the love is strong. Love you, all of you, and together we will build something amazing. Okay. So Ubuntu. I am
Ubuntu.
because we are. All right.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Cheers.
Bye.
See you. See you.